Welcome back, everybody. Rudy, Alpha Investments. Well, we have another interesting story for everybody. I hope you're ready. Rudy, here's the small collection we spoke about. It was playing around 94, revised Dark Era, in Montreal. Everybody knows where that is. If you don't know where that is, use the map, everybody. Google it. All right, this is where the infamous legendary story came about, where somebody traded a Black Lotus for a Crawl Worm. Goodness gracious. The Shredded Chaos Orb won a tournament. Interesting facts remain about Montreal lore. All right, the first alpha pack ever opened in Montreal at the Valet, the Jack of Hearts, was actually a Mox Ruby. Was the first card ever pulled. That's kind of cool. All right. Arabian Nights. The print run numbers and the massive supply that Montreal got of Arabian Nights is estimated to be 2% of the total print run. That's interesting. I didn't know that. If you happen to see ABU cards with the lower right corner cut diagonally, back in the day, a player was so tired of his cards being stolen, he cut the lower right corner to identify all his ABU cards. Whoa, okay. The Legend expansion was available on its launch day in Montreal, but the next day, every box was sold out. A few random packs were here and there, but we got a good supply of the Italian. Backstory, wow. A bit of the backstory in the collection you are auditing before buying of collector's edition cards. It's always a find the collector's edition cards. That's some weird stuff, man. All right, he bought a lot of these back in the day from Michael, not the famous hockey player. That's funny. The 2 Ancestral Recalls I acquired. The one with the cut corners and gold border Sharpie was 05. That's interesting. The rebacked Ancestral Recall was bought from a friend, and he described it as rebacked and paid very little for it. Huh. The bulk of the collector's editions cards were bought in around 05. Well, David, thanks for the support. I think everyone's going to find this very, very fascinating. So there's not really a whole lot to really go over here. We got the few just random cards that were part of this. Nothing really crazy. Just some side item cards, I like to call it. Preordained. Anybody remember that? Crossroads from Chronicles, Ice Age, Pyroblast. And there you go. All you pauper people. Curd 8. Hey, Arabian Nights, so it's worth millions already. Ooh, those are pretty. Little salvager action, foils, Trinket Mage foils. Thirst for Knowledge, DCI, FNM Pro. Look at those eyes. Holy smokes. You don't see stuff like that anymore. All right. So, like I said, nothing really too crazy. We got some Unlimited Psionic Blast. They're all played. Nothing crazy. We got some Leyline. And now, again, these old... See, one of the things I really do like buying, though, are old foils with the old card frame. Like, this is an Onslaught foil, because these old foils are very sought after by set collectors if they're in mint condition, which old foils are almost never in mint condition, everybody. That's definitely not mint condition. And, all right, so we got a couple of the old fetchies. Revised cards, hello, lately. Some mages. And here's some heavy hitter. Engineered, little mana crypt, by the way, back over $100 just recently. Some engineered explosives, couple Eurekas, both played, but they're, oh, they're not English. So I was going to say, hey, at least they're English. Italian Eurekas, and last but not least, a foil Dark Confidant. Anybody? Boy, the price of the old Confidant lately. This is a foil. This is like a Modern Masters 2015. That is actually mint, too. Wow, that's nice. So what everybody came here for, the video. Let's get right into it. Right out of the gate, everybody. Let's get right into it. First, I want everyone to take a look. Before we zip forward in the video, I want everyone to take a look at these cards. What does everyone think? Pretty, they're real cards. They're real. They're beautiful. They look like beta cards. So let's start with this one. Let's start with the left one. So, here we go. So this is a collector's edition card with cut corners, Sharpie marker all over it. I really just wish they would just left it alone. It is not rebacked, though. It's actually a real card. There's no actual... It is definitely the real deal. But it's just... They should have just left the corners normal without coloring everything. What a disaster. But if it's sold that way and acknowledged up front, you know, it's a tragedy, but at least nobody really got ripped off. Now, this one is the interesting one. You ready? Oh my goodness gracious. Anybody ever seen that in person? So we have a rebacked Ancestral Recall. Very, very, you can tell the stiffness, obviously. Giggity. It's very, very stiff card. You can tell if you actually, I can't do it on the camera here, but if you actually put the light through it, it comes back the light barely goes through it. I don't know if somebody did the bend test in the past, and that's why if you bend it back this way, it actually shows the creasing like that. I'm not sure what the history is of the card, but man, that's quite interesting that they actually separated the front of the collector's edition card, removed the CE gold back, and rebacked it with an old school back. That's quite fascinating, everybody. I really wanted to share that. I've never seen it done this way, where it actually like poofs up, like you can see the wrinkle. I've never seen that, so that's why I was really excited to share that. Past that in this video, we have some other strange things. Again, you've got yourself a crystal rod. You know, again, I wish people would just... I hate it when they do this because there's no value to it. I mean, honestly, I'm thankful they did it to this card and not that card. Am I right? Am I right, anybody? So, I mean, I just hate seeing that because, I mean, now you've got a square corner, attempted at a beta corner, an attempt at an alpha corner, and then an Oompa Loompa triangle corner. Like, there's nothing you can... Like, the card has no value. I mean, you can maybe sell somebody for a quarter. I don't know. There's no value to it. So that was just kind of one of those things. Past this, I believe these are all collectors or international. These are all collector's edition or international edition. So they're all collectors. It's a partial. We got a partial regular set. Keep in mind when you buy collector's edition cards, it's very, very rare that these are actually going to be in near mint to mint actual unplayed because the flipping corners are so sensitive. And then the gold back on these things. Like, I'll even show you guys. Let's find. I can tell you. Okay, look, there we go, right on top. Well, that worked out. The gold back from pretty much any form of handling, the gold starts to literally just start coming off and like fading. Because there are people in the past that specialized in literally erasing the gold from the card. I've seen people do that. Trying to literally, you see on the top there, people would try to actually, like, they would notice it would wear off. Because the card was made, and it's like they just put the gold over it. Of course it would be a fast bond. It would be a good card. Of course it would be. So you have cards like that, you know, unfortunately, it just kind of sucks to see that, everybody. You know, I mean, it is what it is, but, you know, these collector's edition cards, they just wear so easily. We do not have, like, a whole Power 9. This isn't a complete set. But I mean, okay. So there seems to be this, I guess I might as well talk about it while we flip through these. There seems to be some form of investment or movement or something on these collector's edition cards. And I don't know if it's because of the fact that the price of the ABU cards and the reserve list buyouts are so extreme, it's spilling over to the collector's edition cards because it's like a pseudo version. Whoa, there's a miscut. Is the back miscut too? Yeah, it is. Wow, that's a miscut. Because I cannot believe the prices that people are attempting. I don't really see a lot selling, but I see a lot of people. Wow, there's a duplicate. That's strange. I guess the guy said he did piece it together. I see these people are online. I go on eBay and I see people trying to sell collector's edition cards for like thousands of dollars and things. And I'm just like, they're not really worth that. And people aren't paying it. And that's the thing. Like, I've seen like a natural selection on eBay before. And, you know, in the past they would sell for like $20, $30. Even with reserve list spikes, maybe 50, 60. But I'm starting to see people put them online for like $500 a card or something. But nobody's paying it. There's no actual sold listings where people are actually paying for the card. Same thing with Savannah Lions. Oh God, Sedge Troll. Should we talk about Sedge Troll? I know, 93, 94, old school. I know, everyone's going to yell at me for it. But at the end of the day, people trying to get $500 for a collector's edition Sedge Troll, to me, it's almost crazy sounding. And by the way, you will notice, unlike other cards in other videos, collector's edition cards, I am not going to de-sleeve these. These things are so sensitive on the corners, just the handling can damage them so easily. So I want to comment that about the pricing. And I'm not sure I fully agree with what's going on with the pricing on a lot of those because, you know, taking a winter orb from collector's edition, trying to get $300-$400 for it, just because, you know, and even like I know that, oh my God. So Chaos Orbs all of a sudden, I don't know what's going on. Unlimited Chaos Orbs were like $50 for the longest time. Then they were $100 to $200. I bought my PSA 10 Chaos Orbs Unlimited, I think between $100 and $200 a piece. And now I'm seeing Chaos Orbs raw sell for $500 to $1,000. And if you get a gem mint or something, it's like $2-3 grand. I don't know. I guess the money or who's doing what on that. I'm not sure. It's just like, look at that guy's face. Rah! That's what it feels like. Time Walk, same thing. And this is a great example for everybody to take a look, by the way. At least it's not rebacked. It's actually real. So, as you can see, the Time Walk was definitely played. And this is what happens to a collector's edition card after it actually gets played quite a bit. You'll notice that gold starts to almost turn into like a yellow. It almost becomes like a yellowing. Do you guys see that? It's kind of a weird thing. Now, the front holds up a little bit better. I mean, the biggest issue is the corners. They kind of start doling into that white, fuzzy cardboard look on the corners. That frayed look. And of course, that black gets that typical, the black border gets that typical dirty kind of styled look. But again, reinforcing, it is so difficult to get unless the collector's edition set was actually unopened. It's so difficult to get these cards in true mint condition unless you buy a factory sealed set. That's just the biggest thing. And again, even the common uncommons, I don't know I've seen people buying. I actually saw people paying like $5 or $10 for like Merfolk of the Pearl Trident, a CE. These are all collector's editions, not international. People are paying it, and I'm blown away. I'm blown away. But I guess people are gonna say, well, Rudy, look at Revise, look at 4th edition and Ice Age. Clearly, Revise is the next one. That's clearly the issue, I guess. Again, a bunch of random ones. Drain Power, love that card. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that because there's a woman on the card. I don't know if that's whatever. Giant Spiders, Ward, bunch of little stuff. Grizzly Bears, and of course, let's just anything else crazy in here. I guess the point of just showing you that even like Wild Growths and Wall of Woods are becoming $5, $10, $20 cards, and I'm just like, it's just such a bizarre time. And some other people said to me, Rudy, you should stop saying bizarre time of Magic, and you should probably just start accepting the fact that you're living in, or I guess all of us are living in a very amazing time to be part of Magic the Gathering, because we are going through a major restructuring in the world and the pricing of these cards. And a lot of duplicates. I'm seeing multiple Fungus Sword. Wow, this is really, so I guess he really did buy an extra green common set or something. A lot of duplicates on it. But no, I think that's one way to look at it in a more positive light, everybody, is that, we're all, if you're watching this video in 2018, we're going through a major restructuring development of the valuation of these cards. Collector's edition cards for the longest time, these were like 50 cents a piece, a quarter. Now they're like actually a couple dollars here and there, and it's a really strange thing. And hello, lady. Hello, young man. I never really thought I'd see the day, especially for some, I honestly did not believe I'd see the day when Rudy would not be attracted to that. But seriously, I never thought I'd see the day when revised cards would be worth the money they're worth. I'm seeing these crazy prices for revised Magic cards, and I'm going, wow. I didn't think it would ever happen, everybody. So this is about it. Last few cards, and then we're going to wrap everything up today. Cormus Bell. See, some of these bizarre rare, these are still collectors, right? These are not international? Yeah. Sunglasses, the Cormus, the Jade, Helm, Dingus. Clockwork Beast lately, anybody? Living Wall, Golems, Ruins, Soul Nets, Thrones, Glasses, Stars, Cups. Pure Lace, Bodyguards, Righteousness, Reversed. Personal Incarnation. Anybody? Are you serious right now? So, anyways, Island Sanctuary. I cannot believe that's probably going to be next. Blessing, Animate Wall. So, that's all I really have to say. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I think the coolest part about this video was definitely going to be the beginning here. I just wish these weren't damaged. I wish they just left them as gold, normal collector's edition cards. They would actually be worth something. Like this, I value these at 0. These are just, you can play with them in a sleeve and have fun, but these have no financial value. So, all right. I appreciate everything today. I hope everybody learned something today, and you guys got to see some different stuff, especially about the reback cards and the crazy world of collector's edition. Other than that, you only live once, everybody. Make sure you're having fun.